Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are October 16th of 2021, and I'm gonna show you guys some cool things and a new building that's gonna be on my layout. The sign that I'm focused in on here kind of gives it away that it's a waste management one. As many of you have seen so far, that I'm doing a 1/64 scale layout, and that's what I build is in 1/64 scale. And we've all seen here in the past little bit that Greenlight Collectibles has the waste management licensing for some models. So I got a couple at a local hobby store, and I decided, I'm going to use a building, which I'm going to show you here in a minute, and do some customizing to some of my models. So I'll zoom out here. So as you can see, it's not a finished layout. Move this other truck in here. So far I got 2 roll-off trucks, dump truck, and one of the stake bed trucks here. And this is eventually possibly going to be the location for my recycling plant here. So in Penticton we have a recycling plant with waste management, and they load up semi trucks like I have here in this picture, and it gets shipped out to wherever it goes next. But this is a kind of a crossroad intersection, kind of on an angle here, so I may or may not do a little depot in here. We'll see what happens. All right, we'll move some of these trucks out of the way so that we can show it off here. I'll start on the back side here. So from the knowledge of my friends on my Facebook pages and stuff that I belong to, this is a HO scale Pikes stuff. Styrene building, that's it. And it was customized from Mark Vicker, and he sliced it up and did some things. So what I ended up doing here, we'll show off the front, is I made this bay door bigger for 1/64 scale. I added in this door here. The little white sign, there's going to be an address sign once I figure out what kind of numbering system I want to do. Then we got some brick pattern along the bottom there. So what I ended up doing, because it was a little short for 1/64 scale, is I just raised it up about, I think it was like 30 or 40 millimeters, just so that I could get a higher kind of warehouse look there. And then if we bring this truck in here, that's a pretty accurate kind of level of a building. If you were to have the truck back in there, you got tons of room for the truck. I also added some styrene, little gutters there. This back door here is going to be the recycled drop-off area for, all the trucks or, commercial vehicles. They'll drop there, and the Bobcat will push it in, it'll get processed, and then end up over on the other side. And I cut in a bay door there, same size as the one at the front there as well. Then we come over to this part. So this is totally customized, so I'll probably end up doing a fence line right tight in here for it. And then, it's just a smaller little thing there, and the truck won't go on the roadway. The roadway is right about here, so we're a couple feet in 1/64 scale. So I'll move this truck out. We'll showcase this side here. So we got 2 more gutters on this side, and this is the loading dock. So the loading dock is totally scratch built. I got another door. This door is a opposite swinging door to the front door you just saw. I got a smaller size roll-up door for forklifts and that kind of thing. The black rubber bumper there for the trucks, and then we got a little bit of a bumper around the bay door there just for some extra details. And then it's all painted up there, and we got a little dock here as well. So I'll pull it away from the building just so that you can kind of get a little bit of a different angle there. So it's pretty thin. It's 0.30 plain styrene, and then built up, and then the dock there is square styrene that I just used and I built up. And add a little platform. There's the bottom there. You can see how I kind of structurally just added it on there, all the little pieces. Then we got little concrete pillars, just so that when the driver backs up here, he can, you know, see where he's hitting. So I used the dock just for kind of a little scale feature there, in case I decide to maybe put a little mini forklift out there or something, or some pallets, just for that extra little detail. And then the one thing I did here, I'll open it up, is the way that I made this dock is so that hopefully most DCP and first gear trailers I get will line up just perfectly with the dock, so that the door is clear and boom, you're there and you're ready for loading. So I was like, oh, I gotta make sure I do that, just in case, you know, that Sky Transportation doesn't have a truck available for, you know, taking up some recycle to the next facility there. But that's my cool waste management facility that I just kind of restored there for Mark Vicker. Used to be blue, you know, raised it up, kind of did its thing there. We'll back this truck back in there. The other thing I've been doing is I've been working with trucks and making moving parts. As many of you have seen so far, I showed you guys the 1/64 scale roll-off truck with all the moving parts. And now, you know, can't have a Waste Connections truck and, you know, waste management trucks, you know, gotta have moving parts on all of them. So that's what I'm trying to do now, is make some moving parts. So one of my next things is I'm going to try and make this tarp moving, and I'm going to try and do a little windy tarp like what I did on the Mack Granite roll-off truck there. That's the plan. We'll see what happens, you know. Sometimes life just takes over. So I'll roll this guy in. And so this is the original look of the Waste Connections, or sorry, not Waste Connections, Waste Management front load truck there. You know, it's got some details and moves a little bit there. That's the top, and you know, the back doesn't open or anything like that, so we'll show you that. So the only moving part on it is this and the forks. So then I'll bring in the next truck here. This is my redo of that truck. And it's weathered, and it's got some more additional moving parts. Show you guys a little top view here of it. So as you can see on that other model, it's got, the top is closed. So what I ended up doing is I opened this fully up here, so you know, you can go all the way in. I did a little bit of weathering because of the exhaust and everything, and then when these come down, you know, might get a little bit of black there from the exhaust. Did a little bit of rust work and everything else on the front hood here. And the other thing I did was, with the forks, I'll try and show you on this truck here. See if I can zoom in. It's got these little tabs, I'll call it. So then over on this truck, I removed these tabs so that I have full function of the forks, and I can move them in whichever direction. So that, you know, if we are sitting level at a dumpster, that, you know, it's actually somewhat level kind of thing. Because then on this truck, when you have them down, they're kind of angled. So, you know, this will just angle it a little bit more just to kind of show you there. So, you know, pretty much level right at that area it's supposed to be at. Did a little bit of detail on the roof, just to kind of show a little bit of weathering. You know, you get garbage and garbage juice and all that crap all over the place. Then what I did was, we'll flip her around here, both trucks, and show you a little bit of a difference. So on the right is the original one, and on the left is my scale model, weathered. So most garbage trucks I've seen, this sticker and this line here are all fully yellow like the other side. So as you can see, that's what I did on this one here. Went and did some weathering, and Did some yellow paint around the caution sign there, a little bit of rust and everything like that. You know, a little bit of a different view into the hopper there. And my plan for this truck is I want to have it kind of being a real working truck in my layout. So, you know, I'll have some dumpsters and stuff, and it'll dump garbage in there, and you can see the garbage go in and that kind of thing. But the other moving part I did on this was the rear. So the rear, what I ended up doing was using some 1/16 brass tubing and some other styrene tubing to make it so that it moves, because I'll bring this in here too so that you guys can kind of see the side there, because there is the hydraulics here for the truck. Maybe if I decide to redo the other one that's stationary, I'll try it differently, but for now this one works pretty cool. So it's all secure, and then this can go up like this, and if I want to, I can have it hold open in a certain way there, so it can hold open a bit, and you can get a look on the inside. Pretty dirty and well used on the inside. You know, you can see the hole from the top. Oh, there's my finger. So fully functional, and you know, I was almost thinking about adding a little little packer in there to push it all out too, just for a little extra effect, but this will do for this model. So that's my little moving part on this guy, because you know, I like to have a little bit of extra detail and extra moving parts. Got some you know, more weathering and stuff on this side as well as the forks and everything. So my waste management fleet is off to a decent little start here, and you know, all the trucks together will be pretty cool on the layout. I am super excited to, you know, hopefully have one or two of the rear loads that are coming, and I'm actually a garbage man for Waste Connections, like I've said in previous videos here in the Okanagan, so I would love for them to do a side load truck maybe, because that's what we operate down here in BC a lot of the time. But anyways, there's my garbage trucks and a little view of my small waste management facility that I'm gonna have here with a couple of my trucks. So I look forward to building the layout, you know, putting some smooth it down for the road and adding some extra details and stuff in here. So thank you everybody for checking it out. Hopefully you all like the garbage truck there, and can't wait to do another one. I actually have another roll-off truck in the works, so maybe in the next couple weeks, month or two, you know, that one will be done and be on the layout as well with everything else. So that will be awesome. And then as well, before I sign off, I added some styrene, before I forget, up top here. So this is styrene here, and then you know, you got some styrene in here where the door moves and stuff. So today I actually went to the model store, ABC Hobby in Kelowna. Give James and the boys a shout out there. I was checking out the paints because I just bought an airbrush and can't wait to try it out. But I was like, what kind of paint can I find? So I found Tamiya Park Green X28, I believe is the number, and it matched up to the plastic that Greenlight did perfectly. You know, you zoom out there, you can't even tell that there's really a color difference. It all blends in pretty well, so I am thankful that I found that kind of paint, because, you know, do some more waste management models, and I got paint to match, throw it in the air compressor and stuff too. So yeah, anyways, that's the paint that I used there. A little view of all the trucks all here at the facility. And anyways, thanks again everyone for tuning in for this video, and we'll catch you on the next one.